Hello there, welcome to today's video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to paint this wonderful winter landscape using just watercolors. So, let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do is just tape a bit of scotch to my canvas and easel. This will help prevent my canvas from flying off. Now the first step of painting is just applying a nice light glaze. This is going to be the sky in this case. Here I'm just adding in the first pine tree using rough horizontal strokes. This will give the pine tree a rough sense of structure. Here I've just started my second pine tree. Now I've started the main trunk of the tree, and from it there's going to be smaller branches branching out. Here I've added in the more detailed branches and have now started stippling the foliage of the pine tree. Here I've started to add in some of the background trees. Now these ones don't have as much foliage as their pine tree counterparts. If you make a mistake, you can go ahead and erase it by just lightly dabbing a wet towel in that area. Here I'm using my more precise brush to add in more details to the branches. Here I'm just going ahead and stippling a bit of white paint on the foliage of the pine trees. This will represent the snow on them. Here I've added in a deciduous tree on the left. This means that it sheds its leaves during the winter, so I'm not going to add any foliage on it. Here I've started the foreground of immature pines and spruces. Right now I'm just drawing in the basic structure of their trunks. Now I'm just adding in some branches, lashing out from the main trunks. And with the more precise brush, even smaller branches adding in extra detail. Here I've started adding in the basic foliage of the tree, giving it a rough sense of structure. Here I'm just stippling in a bit of green. This will add detail to the foliage. Now I'm just dipping a bit of white paint on the foliage of the pine trees. With the mature trees, this represents the snow on them. Now here I'm testing out adding a field by dipping a sponge in a bit of brown paint and putting light vertical strokes on the snow. So here we've got the finished painting for day 1. Now here's the second day. I've started by adding in a few horizontal white strokes to represent the snow on the ground. Now I'm just adding in a bit of brown strokes. This is to represent the places that have melted and where the ground is visible. Now I'm just going ahead and grabbing a wet sponge and just kind of blending it in with the surroundings. Now I'm just adding in a bit of detail of the field plants using a nice flat brush. Using an even smaller brush, I add in the small details of the field plants. Now I'm just going to draw some fallen plants. So, there we go, the painting is complete. Now after I finish every painting, I like to take a few moments of reflection and write some of the things that I could have done better in my journal. So, there we go. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.